Got you on the downwind leg, see if I can see you from here. Where are you? No, I can't see you. You got your lights on. Oh, there you are. Got you. That's right, you're higher than I thought. You're a bit further out than I thought as well. You just doing circuits here? You gonna attempt tactical landing? Go up to 8,000. Remember to press your push to talk if you want to speak to me.
Oh yeah, I'm going to attempt it. I might just go around if it's not going to look very well.
Yeah, that's fine. Go around's fine. Just, yeah, 8,000. Before you start the descent, you want to be at approach speed, full flap, and then as you descend, you want to be in landing config, and then put your air brakes out to keep your nose down. And you just aim for slightly before the runway, so you can make the flare out. But don't start leveling out till about 500 foot radar. You're quite light anyway, so should be alright. Should get a decent descent rate off that.
I think if we start configuring now before we enter the turn, we should be alright.
Yeah. Let go, you push to talk.
Oh yeah. It's just like an extra thing to remember when I'm flying.
Think of it like you're talking to ATC on that sim.
That's a convenient button on my joystick rather than a control on the keyboard.
I think you can set it on joystick. On TeamSpeak.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, you can.
I'm guessing tactical landing will be a full auto brake.
The idea, it's not tactical in the sense that you need to stop as quickly as possible. It's tactical in the sense you come from out of danger height, because you want to get out of danger as quick as possible. So you want to go from 8,000 where you're out of reach down to the ground where you're in reach, but you're less vulnerable if you're not in the air.
It does look awfully high from up here.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to change your TeamSpeak, you should be able to assign it to a button. Should just detect it on your joystick. Phase 1 starting.
I think I may be slightly too close.
No, 9 miles.
This is going to be 5-degree pitch down, is that alright?
5 degree? No. You're looking for 15. Or around there. 4 miles out. Try it from 4 miles. If it's unmanageable, try it from 5 miles. But your speed, you should be getting your speed right down to VREF, and then full air brake to descend. The air brakes are super effective.
I may have started descending a little early, so this one's going to be from 6,500.
Okay, just progressively bring it up.
Yeah.
There's no specific criteria I need you to meet. I just need you to be able to perform a tactical landing safely.
Alright, we're just nearly over the land now, so we'll start coming down. Ascot 1's on finals for 09. Ascot 2.
Roger. Razor 1's taxi 09. So you mean it's quite clear, isn't it? What's the winds at? Got winds 099 at 10 knots, so pretty nice. QNH 1011. Looking good. Keep that air brake out even in the flare, because you're probably gaining a little bit of speed now, right?
127.
Yeah, it's still manageable. As soon as you start your flare out, that speed's going to drop.
and plant it into the runway.
Ah, you're light, aren't you? You just got fuel, no load. Take the load off.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Little bit of turbulence on approach.
Yeah, it's to be expected. You actually get quite a bit on the 09 approach because of the way the land's shaped. You get quite a bit of ground turbulence on the finals. You'll be getting clear air turbulence anyway from here. It'll just be the hot air from the day cooling down and mixing with cold air. Speed?
Still 127.
Yeah, see, it's managed. Are you aiming just before the runway, yeah, to account for the flare out?
Yeah.
Yep. What degrees pitch down you got?
12.
Okay. You can see it's quite it is quite an aggressive manoeuvre, and as you flare out, the speed will drop, and you'll come back to normal approach speed before you land. Go on, you can make that. Don't make this a go around unless you really need to.
Nah, it's just I wasn't entirely sure what I was.
You weren't. You weren't. Yeah. Well, you probably weren't. You haven't descended that sharp onto a final approach, so you probably weren't sure what to expect. How'd that feel? There you go, and then it's just a normal flare to land normal. There we go, nice. Looking good. Just on your left, that's awesome. So you're more comfortable with that now, you know sort of what to do?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing now.
So let's try it. How far out were you when you started your descent? From 6,000?
Fuck, I'm going backwards. I didn't have the...
Okay. Tune in BGI VOR, which is 112.7. And you use that as your...
I don't quite know what happened there.
What?
Well, the reverse thruster didn't like
Yeah,
to
you
brake.
crashed. You crashed.
Yeah.
Well, the reverse thruster, as soon as you're idle, that reverse thruster will start pushing you back quite hard. So if you've got a brake on as well, it tips your aircraft over, rearwards. So, although auto brakes is sort of standard use, you don't have to use them. To be honest, most of my landings I don't bother using auto brake because they don't. In that jet, they don't automatically disappear.
Yeah, I'm just going to respawn on the ground and then restart the flight recorder and try again.
Okay. Yeah, cancel that flight because I'll have to reject that anyway because you've crashed. Right, so try your landings without auto brake because honestly, if you just do manual braking, that'll be fine.
Yeah, it's getting quite annoying having to turn them off on the...
yeah, it's not like on the Aerosoft Airbus where you just tap your brakes and it detects it and turns it off. It doesn't do that for you. So you do actually look. You have to look down and turn it off. So it's easier just to not have them on because you don't really need them.
Hard brake.
Razor 109 takeoff. Combat. Razor 1 rolling. Razor 1 airborne. You got eyes on me?
I'm just putting my details in TFR.
Oh.
Pull up.
Yeah, I think I may have found a glitch, so
that?
to speak, with this aircraft. If you have the dome lighting on and the hood down, you see the 10-degree Markers on the horizon.
Yeah, I
all
know.
around the
Yep,
airport.
that's always been there. Can't get rid of it.
Alright.
Yeah, I know.
It's not really noticeable, I don't really mind.
No, I don't really care about it. Get used to it. Razor 1 turning for finals, slow approach, go around. You get GSX to work now.
No, I'm sort of doing a straight push back and then
Okay.
turn on the taxiway.
You need to just configure the taxiway, the parking spot. Just tell it it's bigger.
I did set it to a large military one, but I don't think it liked it very much.
Or just manually enter the wingspan distances and stuff. But it's alright. Whatever you can manage with.
What was the VOR?
112.7. I believe. Yeah, 112.7. That will give you the distance readout. Radar 110 downwards.
I think I've got it.
Does it say BGI next to it?
Yes, it does.
There you go, you got it then.
I've got 2 taxi and 09.
Roger. The actual VOR is at the 2.27 threshold end. So you can probably add mile and a half, possibly 2 miles. I'll measure it now when I come in. I'll tune into it. I'll measure it when I come over the threshold for 09. I'll see how far I am from the VOR, because you can add that to your 4 miles. That gives you a 4 mile approach. QNH changed to 1012. Because on my end, might wait for you to download it. Razor 1 turn and finals, touch and go.
Gear limit. Gear limit.
Razor 1's finals, touch and go. Over the threshold, you're at 1.5 miles.
So 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5 is your 4 mile point. Razor 1's wheels on, rolling. Razor 1 airborne.
I've got 2 taxi and numbers 09.
Roger.
pull up, 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 pull up.
You should now be able to see flares since you got tap back. Testing that in a sec. Look for me coming over the top here. When I reach the end of the taxi, I'm going to drop some flares. You've got flares as well, by the way. It's on key command F. You got me visual?
Behind or in front?
In front.
Visual. Yeah, I got them.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you'll have them too. They come out quite cool as well. Because you get ones that come out the side, both sides.
What key did you say it was?
F. It will work on the ground as well. Oh, it only works when you're in the cockpit though. So if you want to see them, you have to bring an extra window up for an external view. And click on the one that's in the cockpit to get it to activate.
I have no idea
One's
how
fine.
to do that, so I'm just going to deploy them and hope that you see them and look cool.
Where's the one to go around?
Oh, yeah, I've got 2 line up and take off on my zone 9.
Roger, we're clear of the circuit.
Roger.
I just sped up to 0.87 and then pulled to 45 degrees. Max throttle. Climbing nice, just passing 18,000 feet.
Wind tank's empty. Wind tank's empty.
It's alright, I'm summing it. That's at 23. I am fully laden though, to be honest. I got 3 tanks, 4 AIM-9s and 4 AIM-120s, so full air-to-air fit.
Transonic. Transonic.
What's the usual climbing pitch on this thing?
Depends on weight, mate.
Transonic.
It's just managed on weight.
Transonic.
On yeah,
Alright.
climb rate. If you're talking takeoff, it rotates 10 degrees to get airborne, and further to 15 degrees once you're airborne and gears on its way up. And then 15 degrees, and well, keep your speed. Basically, keep your speed at V2 until you reach 1500 feet. Then you bring your nose slightly down to start accelerating. Raise the 1 joining downwinds, 7 miles out. Early downwinds. No visual on the traffic at this time. Got a cloud blocking the airfield.
Ascot 2 still climbing out through 5,000 feet.
Ah, right, yeah, probably above me then. So I can see you. I can't see it then.
6,500 feet, Ascot 2 is turning downwards.
Roger, on intercept. Oh, I can use air-to-air mode now. Means I can see you on radar without causing you issues. Now you're on tap back. I just didn't know if it would cause you issues, so I think. Means I can select you on radar. Are you getting any warning beeps?
No.
Okay, you might in a sec. Speed check.
200 knots.
Roger, we're joining right wing. I'm going to have to go to night vision to do that. I'm going to maintain night vision ops. Speed check.
204 knots.
Roger, moving up right wing, should have vision in about 10 seconds.
Visual. Hello.
Hi. I'll probably struggle to stay with you at this speed and this height because I'm a bit heavy still.
I'm gonna wait till 7 miles on the VOR before I start a turn.
Roger.
And considering I haven't trimmed this plane, it's holding 8,000 pretty damn well.
It's auto trimming.
Oh, very nice.
It's not fully, but it gives you a very good assist. Plus it's got the vector indicator like we've got on the fast jets, so it sort of tells you whether it's climbing or whatever, as long as you place it right. Speed you're at?
Exactly 200. Ascot 2 turning finals.
Roger.
And we'll start getting some config out in this turn as well.
Roger.
Slowing down to 160 knots.
Cool. I'll let you know when I'm knocking it off, because I won't be able to hold at this speed with you. Gears down.
Gear down will come for flaps 4, bring the speed down to 140. VREF is 112.
See how long I can maintain with you. But I suspect I'm going to just start falling out of the sky in a sec.
Yeah, I'm gonna set 112 on the speed, so you'll definitely go now.
Don't know, I'm managing 150, I can stand behind you. Although my alpha is almost at max. .5, yeah.
Yeah, coming through 8 now.
Razor 1 bugging out.
What did we decide? 5.5.
Yeah. 5.5.
The threshold is going to disappear below the glare shield before I actually start descending.
Okay. Yeah, once you start descending, you're looking for the runway. Just aim just before it. Probably be a bit higher rate of descent this time though. So your speed might come up a bit more, but did it bleed off quite quickly once you started leveling out?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you're aiming for. That's why you're aiming before the runway.
Completely lost sight of the airfield now.
You got the ILS tune, so at least you've got a course.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I've got the map though, and I can see you
Oh,
direct ahead flying over the runway.
Reversionary envelope.
It's 5.5 snaps.
Say again?
I've got 2's starting descent. Final
Roger.
09. More like 18 degrees pitch down with this sort of.
Nice. Idle throttle, all the way down, full config, dirty as you can get it.
Let's call it a very fast landing.
Yeah, the speed will bleed up.
160 knots with 25 degrees pitch.
Nice. The speed, just wait, the speed will bleed. Have your visual, I'm just off your left watching. Well, that's my kind of landing.
$170.
Surprised the flaps haven't retracted themselves. For that, let it bleed, let it bleed. Is it bleeding quick?
No.
No. Check your flaps are full still. That bit more of a struggle. Oh no, you're still on though. How was it?
A bit more challenging, but it's just something to practice.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the extreme, 8,000 feet in 4 miles. You're losing 2,000 feet for every mile you're getting towards the runway. And it's a mile line of sight, sorry, it's 4 miles line of sight, remember? That's not 4 miles along the ground. So along the ground you're probably closer, if that makes sense. Just do your standard circuits now if you want, or keep practicing it. Just go for the 6,000 option, just to keep the practice rather than struggling.
I definitely wouldn't like to do that on a short runway.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you wouldn't do it on a short runway. You can't really combine tack landing and short runway. The landing you did the other day was good though, the one where you had to come over the hill, didn't you? And then get into a short runway. You know you can do touch and goes?
Oh yeah. I could have done.
Yeah. Just saves
I
you.
probably will now.
Yeah, it just saves you some taxi time. I'm happy to call you fully qualified on the 400 now, so
Alright.
as of now, 20 hours after this flight is when you can look at your next aircraft. Alright, I'm just going to go play in the atmosphere. Let's see how high I can get.
It's going to be a bloody long taxi all the way down. I think I might do a tactical takeoff just because they're really fun.
And you're light as fuck this time as well. You got no load. Last time you had load. So you might even be able to go more than 20. But I wouldn't. Just go for 20. Go for 20 degrees and see.
Reversionary envelope.
You at 15,000 feet?
Yep, just coming down. On finals.
It's a remarkably accurate radar display thing on my navigation display.
Which one?
The one that you showed to configure
Oh yeah,
today.
yeah, it's accurate.
It's got you on it,
Yeah.
playing about just a minute, a 180 now.
Pull up.
You see me?
Not yet.
Oh. You ain't got
How
your
did you go
eyes.
past?
Yeah, you ain't got your eyes open then. Although you haven't got this, you've got a different Typhoon installed, haven't you? Or have you got this one installed now?
I've got both of them. I'm going to uninstall the other one.
Yeah, uninstall the other one. Have you installed the paint schemes for this one?
Nope.
Okay, you should be able to. The lights should translate then. Oh, but then again, I haven't got a landing light on because the landing light in this only comes on when my gear's down. Got the rest of them on though, you should see. Late downwinds. Raise 110 and final. Raise 1 final.
Yeah, that's got to line up and wait behind the arriving Typhoon.
Raise 1's going around.
That's got to take off 09.
Reversionary envelope.
Tactical takeoff.
Alright, come around and watch this.
Are you turning to the right now? I've got your lights.
Yep. Let's go look at the weather report. It looks like it's starting to close in a bit. Weather report is, there you go, few clouds, 1400, scattered 1800. So visibility is still good then. So clouds are starting to gather.
Rolling now.
Roger. We're turning to intercept.
Rotate.
Should feel a bit easier than doing it the other day.
Yeah, 22 degrees and we are just losing speed, but 20 is fine.
But the climb rate should be a lot better because you're so much lighter.
Yeah, 6,000 feet a minute.
Nice. I'm here on your right.
I'm gonna level out at 8,000.
Oh, you're maintaining 20 degrees all the way.
I mean, why not?
Fair enough.
I'm gonna start lowering it now as we get closer to 7,000.
You got me visual?
No.
No!
I was very eyes in the cockpit, and then I just turned to the right, and there's a typhoon outside the window.
Jeez. Let's hope you don't get intercepted one day. Because you won't even notice.
The Ascot 2 is turning downwind, if you hadn't guessed already.
Yeah, seeing Razor 1's braking and going to join the right hand downwind full stop 09. So you're alright with deciphering the ops sheet so you can pick a route out of it and stuff, yeah? Pick a task.
Yeah.
Some people really struggle to understand it, but I don't know why. I don't find it hard. Then again, I'll write it.
I can understand if you're new, you don't understand it, but as long as you know what like each bit is, pretty simple.
Yeah, gives you a weight and gives you a destination and instruction. We've not got much left to do for Ruman. There's a couple of airfields that need stocking, and then everything will get dragged back to Barbados before we all depart from here to go home.
Which will be a lot of long flights.
Nah, not that many. By the end of this week, I aim to be complete and ready to start returning things to Barbados.
The end of this week meaning Sunday.
Oh, meaning the week coming, sorry.
Alright.
I mean, the taskings are there for anyone who can fly the aircraft to pick out, so everyone's having their chance.
I think last weekend I flew something like 24 hours for BA Virtual.
Wow, get some of that in here.
Yeah, I was gotta balance my weekends.
Yeah. Do you like flying for BA Virtual?
Yeah, because there's quite a lot of good people to. If you're ever stuck or anything, it's a bit like here. If you need to ask a question, you ask it and then you get a good answer.
I mean, we got more people at Jet VA, and we're friendlier, and it's a newer tracking system, and I'm just saying.
I see where this is going.
BA Virtual was quite outdated. But they were, until recently, extremely... They're like really strict with limited numbers and stuff, which just makes no sense for a virtual airline. So if you ever want to try the orange side of life, there's 4 of us in the squadron who are members. Raise 1 finals, full stop. I hate the ground effect on this thing, it's just too much. Wow, didn't even know I'd landed at that point. I'll touch down so light.
I think I'm gonna do one more tactical landing and that'll be me.
Cool. I won't be on tomorrow.
Alright.
Neither will Steve.
Well, I can fly this on my own now.
Yeah. Get yourself. There's if you're gonna have a few hours.
It depends what I'm doing, but I aim to get that 5 hour one to
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
MW something.
Yeah, if you can do that one, at least there, and then someone else can do it back. If you can do both legs, that'd be ideal.
Probably can't do both tomorrow.
5 hours? It's not that long, is it?
No, 5 hours there, 5 hours back.
5 hours there and back, you mean?
No, I put it into what's it called?
Don't know what
Active
route.
Sky, and it said like 300 minutes there or something.
Right, but have you... What true airspeed did you put that at?
412, I think it worked out.
Oh, that sounds like a long distance. Was that including an alternate?
I don't know. I'll replan it and see, but if it's not that, then I should
Let me
be
have
able
a
to
look on mine.
return.
My route will be reasonably similar if you're flying airways. So 0.72, 32,000. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting 300 minutes. Mine's 179.
What's that, just under 3 hours?
Yeah.
I might get a return if I get a quick turnaround.
Yeah, if you get a quick turnaround and return back, if you take a bit of extra fuel and cruise, because you're going to have to take route fuel. I'll work out your fuel for you.
Are you still in game?
Yeah, I'm at the minute, why?
I'm gonna do another tactical landing.
Okay, I'm looking in your direction.
This one's a bit better, 15 degrees, nose down.
You're looking at about 35,000 kilos of fuel. Your cruise will probably be a little bit lower than you used to. Take 2,000 feet off your cruise and you'll get full speed then. And you should make it in, if you're getting full speed, you should make it in 3 hours there and 3 hours back. Well, I don't know what back. I don't know if I can reverse it. Let me look at the average winds. Headwind of 7.3. So you might get a little bit of a tailwind on the way back.
Ascot's 2's final for 09.
Oh, you got your landing lights on? Can't see it at the minute. Oh, yeah, I see you coming through the cloud.
For a moment I thought I forgot the landing gear,
Oof.
but it's okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It takes a little bit to come down. You're making that a full stop, yeah?
It will be, yeah. Maybe not full stop, but definitely a landing this time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A full stop doesn't mean you stop on the runway. It means just it's your final landing, as opposed to a touch and go. Nice. Speed's going nice, is it? Should see a little flare from you. Oh, got a little bit of a flat landing that.
Yeah, a little bounce.
Yeah, it was flat. That's why you probably hit all the wheels at once. Ideally, if you have to, just hold it off until you can get a couple of degrees flare at least, or else you might bounce because you'll bounce all the wheels at once. Yeah, it'd be ideal if you can get that 3-hour tasking done, and then there is which is about an hour and a half away. So there is some short ones, but I need the long one doing, so it's just done.